Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another guitar solo tutorial. So today we're taking a look at the solo from one of the best rock and roll songs probably ever written, Bohemian Rhapsody. This one isn't super hard to learn. It isn't really fast. It's not super technical. But the hardest part is getting all the bends right. So there are a lot of pre-bends, and like especially if you're playing along with the track, if you're flat on those bends or you're too sharp, it's going to sound like garbage. So when you're learning this solo, you really want to take your time and make sure that you have those like right on the money, so you can play along with it. Anyway, we're going to jump right into it, so let's get going. All right, so the solo is going to start with this section here. All right, so what you're going to play is 8 on the 4th string. You're going to do a full step bend on 10 of the 3rd string. And then you're going to release that bend and pull off to 8. Play 11 on the 2nd string, 8 on the 2nd string, and then full step bend on 11 on the 2nd string. Now on both of those bends, you want to give some nice vibrato at the top of the bend. You don't want to just like, there's really no feeling there. You don't want to get too, he doesn't get really too crazy with it, but nice, just smooth vibrato at the top of those bends. So anyway, that section looks like this again from the beginning. Okay, and then it's going to go into this section here. So I didn't say it, but those first 2 bends on the solo are pretty much the only ones that are where he hits the note and he bends up into something. Everything else in the solo is going to be a pre-bend. Okay, so for those, you want to make sure, again, like I said in the beginning, you want to make sure that you hit those just right, especially if you're playing along with the track, so it sounds right. Okay, so again, this section right here. Okay, so all that is 13 on the 2nd string, 15, 16, 13. You're going to play 15, 16 again, and then after 16, you're going to do a full step pre-bend on 16. Again, nice vibrato at the top. Hold that for a second. Okay, so from the beginning of the solo, let's go over that again. So moving on to the next section of the solo, this is what it sounds like. Okay, so that first note right there, you can barely hear it, but it's definitely there. He's hitting that 17 on the 3rd string, and it's kind of leading into that little run there. Okay, so just kind of quick hit like a passing note, 17 on the 3rd string, and then 18 on the 2nd string, 15, 16, 18 on the 1st string. And then you're going to do a full step pre-bend on the 1st string at 18. Okay? So again. So from the top of the solo, this is what we got so far. So the next section of the solo from that bend is going to be the fast section. Really, it's just a pattern on the first 2 strings. So it's nothing too crazy. It's just a matter of getting it up to speed and getting it in the right timing with the recording. So from the bend, it sounds like this. Okay, so what you're doing there is you're going to release that bend. You're going to play 18, 16, 15, 16 on the first string. Okay, and then you're going to do 15, 16, 15, hammer on pull off on the first string. So, okay, then you're going to play 18 on the second string, 15 on the first string, and that kind of acts as a transition to the next pattern on the second string, which is the exact same that you just played on the first string. So that 18, 16, 15, 16, that's what you're going to play on the second string. And then 15, 16, 15, hammer on pull off on the second string. So from the beginning again. Okay, and then to finish out the section, you're going to do 17 on the third string, 15 on the second string, and then end it out with 17, 15 on the third string. Okay, so that whole section again slowly is like this. Okay, moving on, the next part sounds like this. Okay, this part isn't too bad. It's a little quick, but it's the same exact pattern twice, and then you just end with a full step pre-bend. Okay, so we're going to play 15, 17 on the third string, 15, 16, 18 on the second and first strings. And then you're just going to repeat that pattern. And then when you hit that 18 the second time on the first string, you're going to do a full step bend, pre-bend on that, okay? So, okay, you don't want to do, I mean, it's the same note. You're getting to the same note, but that's just not the way he plays it on the recording. So if you're trying to do it the way he does it on the recording, it is definitely a separation between that 18 and the full step up. He doesn't bend. He doesn't hit 18 and then bend up. So he doesn't do that. It's a 18, pre-bend, full step, and then hit. Okay. Oh, one thing I didn't say, the very first time he does that, he hits just like the previous section before the fast lick where he hit that like kind of passing note. Okay, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like that on this one right here. So the 15 on the third string is kind of like a quick. Okay, so it's not just like a like equal spacing in between those first couple of notes. He hits that 15 kind of like a quick passing stop note or whatever, and then goes into the. Okay, so just a small detail, but again, if you're trying to play it exactly like the recording, then you're going to want to pay attention to that. So again, like this. All right, so after that, we go into this little lick here. Okay, so it's really close to the pattern that we played at the beginning of the solo, where it's 13, 15, 16. Okay, but what you're doing here is 15, 16, 13 on the second string. So, and then you're going to repeat it, 15, 16, 13. And then you're going to play 15, 16 again, and then do a full step pre-bend on 16. Okay, so all right, so let's go from the fast lick and get all the way through to this part, okay? So okay, moving on, we're almost to the end of the solo here. What we're going to play is 10, 12, 13 on the third string, and then 13 on the first string, 13 on the third string again. So just like this. Okay, and then the next part is 14. It's all on 14 on the second string. Okay, and the pattern is kind of like it's kind of like a da 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 is the picking pattern that he does. So it's 1 and then I guess 4. Okay, and then he slides from that into the final little hammer-on pull-off sequence to finish out the solo. So that hammer-on pull-off sequence there, I've seen some tutorials that show it as just this right here, and that's close enough. But again, if you're trying to play it exactly like the recording, if you go to YouTube and you look for the isolated guitar tracks and you slow it down, you can clearly hear him after holding this note right here. He goes, you can clearly hear that. So if you're trying to play it exactly like that, then it's really quick, up to speed, but it's definitely there. So all he's doing is from the 14, he's sliding up and he's hitting 6 on the 3rd string. You kind of hold that for a second, and then you're going to do all hammer-ons and pull-offs, 6 to 7, back to 6, back to 4, and then you're going to end it on the 7 on the 4th string. Okay, so da 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 da. Okay. So let's go through the solo from the beginning, play it all the way through slowly, and you guys can follow along. All right? Alright guys, that's going to do it for this tutorial. If you like these types of videos, be sure to like and comment and subscribe and do all the obligatory YouTube stuff. If you got some song suggestions, if you got some solos you want to learn, be sure to let me know down in the comments so I can get working on those. And I'm going to get out of here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.